you did over, 200 some episodes. So how many people would you estimate then that you connected with? Probably like, is it like 500? Is it like closer to 1,000? Like, what do you say?
So, like I said, let's say it's 200 episodes. I think it's a little bit more than that. So 200 episodes, like at least like let's just say let's cut the difference. Let's say 700 people.
Wow.
Let's say 500,000. We cut the difference. We'll say around 750, 700. We'll say that.
That's amazing, man. That's like, and I don't think people, I wish you would bring it back. And that, I guess that was one of my last questions, but you told me that, and the way the tone of it, like this, it's never coming back, is it?
Yeah, it's never coming back. Only thing, so in my mind is, one, it's been funny to me how many people have asked me to do, not just bring the show back,
okay,
but to do a podcast with them. And I'd be like,
okay, like, nah, I ain't gonna be your B mic, bro. Like,
like, so B mic or A mic, it's like, nah, I'm just not in it to just rush back into it in a different way, whatever.
Yeah.
But however, though, the way I see it is, since I shifted my focus on life and intention and research and shit like that, if I end up where I want to be in the next 10 years or so, then I'll be willing to start another show.
Okay.
Not sure if it would be
a podcast,
right? No, not podcast. I'm not sure if it will be like that same style of like guest base and me and myself. I don't know that, but to me, like I said, like I don't have no interest in doing it now. It's like what else is there to say? Like,
yeah.
I don't even tweet no more. I don't even.
You don't. Like you post pictures of your daughter, but like you don't talk a lot too much. I mean,
and it's not that, it's not that I'm out here depressed. I'm in a group chat every day, bitting and saying wild shit. Yeah. But it's like it's just like the way the media space. I even asked my group chat the other day. I'm like, yo, like y'all listen to any podcasts? And it was like, no. So I just feel like the way entertainment is and media is in a weird space.
It is yeah.
So like, I even said that I'm like, I think it might be more podcasts than podcast listeners. So like, and I don't know what to make of that or what that means, but I just think it's just in a weird space. And then couple that with social media. And everybody's their own personal podcast and talking all day saying anything. Then you got the whole Clubhouse wave that will just block in itself.
See, I wasn't able to get on the Clubhouse wave because I don't have no iPhone, bro. I
didn't know it was only Android.
Yeah, it was only an iPhone thing, and I was like, see, and it's crazy. And I said this in the previous episode. I was like, yo, if I would have been on the Clubhouse, I never would have started this. You know what I mean? I probably would have just been like, yeah, I'm getting my shit off, whatever, because I always felt like I needed a space to kind of do that. But now I have it. But and then one last thing. So you made a couple albums and things like that. Are you leaning towards? Are you like now a producer? Or is that what you're leaning towards? Are you getting back into film? Have you ever made a short film, or is that in the works? What's next, man? In terms of just any media space.
Right. Yeah. So all that shit is done. It's like no, but like no, the music definitely done too. Cause like that was really like my last hurrah in anything related to that. Like I wanted to drop 2 albums, drop that last episode, drop the merch, and it's like Ryan Q Live is essentially dead. Like this whole thing is just done, whatever.
Okay.
And again, and I'm not even like bitter or mad. To me, like I can never say I regret it because one, the experience and like the experience of just like the experience in the sense of what I learned in one way. But also experience, like I literally enjoyed it. Like it was literally a great time and great memories. And I like I said, I appreciate you giving me the comment. To me, I felt people enjoyed it when they was there live on the show and when they just listened to it. So like I'm proud of that I did. That's why I would never take the episodes down, like never.
Yeah, that's
so like I don't listen to them. Yeah. But like I think they just deserve to stay up because a lot of shit went into it, whatever. Definitely. So like I'm proud of those 4 years and the people I met, mad people that I'm still cool with and actual friends with through that shit. Like so I'm proud of that. As far as the music, me personally, I said that when the shit was dropping, like I didn't really give a fuck when no one really thought about the music. Like I personally like it. I listened to it the other day. In the car right here, I listened to Dream Alive. So like I'm listening to that music forever. So it's for my personal enjoyment. And I like that people enjoy it as well, but like I'm like, no, I'm good with it, so I can be at peace with that as well.
Okay.
Would you about to say something before I move on?
No.
Okay, so as far as the other part, like what else is there? Like, even with screenwriting, like, like I'm in the vague slight works of some things, whatever, but that's even like not even like my real like intention. Like, you know, like I think of shit, so I write things down, shit like that, whatever. And I'm around creative people as well. It's like, you know, we always bounce shit around, but that's not even really like my real intention. Like my main focus in life now is to make money. That's really like my only thing.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, and I see you talking about a lot of stocks
yeah,
and
that's
all
really
that.
like kind of all I really care about. And not that like I'm some like Republican white man now, but it's like I feel like I put a lot of energy and mental bandwidth into being like a pure creative. And I don't think anything's wrong with that approach. I just think I did it for 4 years.
Yeah.
It didn't lead me to where I would like it to be. I think I could owe it to myself just to try it differently for another 4 years, see where that goes with it.
Okay.
And then kind of circle the block on a lot of my same interests.
Nice.
Shit that I did before. So it was like, you know, like properties, stocks, and get myself up to where like, because again, like there's me like doing it for 4 years and having people fraud on you and be late or disrespect you and not show you genuine love and not disrespect you,
niggas, I was say niggas disrespected you.
Disrespect is like when people don't be genuine. So it's
yeah.
Disrespect is like
or wasting my time. Yeah, like
that's disrespect.
The fuck you forever list. Those are the
exactly the fuck you forever list is based around disrespect. Because like I never did niggas come here like they'll be like I can't. You invite me on to your show.
Yeah,
I come here smiling face, have a good time, laughing. So I appreciate your compliments. Then when the episode dropped, I never talk to you again. It never happened. I don't fucking talking about what show. What is 280? So like that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
So to go through all that, and then it's like I didn't make no real money. Of course, you made money. I made money from the live show and the streams and the merch. But it's like no, I can pivot that energy and I see what happens from it. And then once I circle the block on it, now I'm playing with. I'm creating from I'm creating from a different space of like. It just doesn't matter more because I'm already secure in a different way and shit like that.
That's what's up. So part of the reason why I got you on here, you know, I definitely needed all that. I needed to hear all of what happened with Right on Q Live because, like I said, I was kind of like I didn't want to listen. I said before the episode, like I didn't want to listen to the episodes in full, like finish them because I was like, nah, man, can't end, bro. Like, and you like I said, you was really part of my rotation, and you did say something interesting because it's like. You know, like podcasts, it is in a weird place right now. You know what I mean? Some people are trying to fill the void. Some podcasts, I feel like even big time ones, they've kind of fallen off, whatever. And you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, so I wanted to get you on here to kind of get a little bit of wisdom, get some tips, man. Cause this is, you know, I'm getting into the double digits now, like just kind of getting into the double digits.
Congrats.
Yeah, man. And a couple of things before I started this, like, and I listened to a lot of things that you said over the years, what kind of it takes to have a podcast. Like one of the biggest things was like consistency, you know what I'm saying? And like, I just felt like, I can't do something like if I'm not going to be consistent because I listen to podcasts and these motherfuckers don't take no breaks, whatever. So it's like, you know, kind of getting into a rotation like that. Also, dang, what was I thinking about? We was just talking about that too, like kind of like making sure
a lot, man.
Making sure you have your train of thought. No, but because I think this was what I was saying is a little bit more freestyle. No, so another thing though too, like just kind of watching you, the way you did it, you know what I mean, you was in the studio, different studios, whatever. And, you know, I remember when I was thinking about doing it, whatever, I had a friend that had like kind of like a home setup, whatever, but then just realizing like how, you know, how flaky people can be. I was like, yo, I can't do it with somebody. Like I gotta kind of be able to do it on my own, whatever. And like I said, like, where I'm at, there's not a lot of like, there's probably not that many spaces. Like there's not an abundance of spaces like there is like in Philly, whatever. And so just, you know, just kind of like apprehensive. And then another thing was like probably like my career, just kind of worried, like, yo, who's going to see this, whatever. And then
interesting.
Yeah, and it is like, and I tell a couple of people this, like I'm probably taking a little bit of risk here, but I just feel like the people I work with, I don't think they're gonna see this. You know what I mean? And I'll keep it political like that. You know what I mean? Because you know, but I just don't think they'll come across it in any way. Because
hopefully, not hopefully, you know, kind of halfway, you get big enough.
Yes. And that's my joke. That's why I say, yeah, if they do find it, that means I'm making a lot of money. Cause like, yeah, like there ain't no reason for them to get it otherwise. But anyway, so I did want some tips from you, some wisdom. What like can you explain like what was the process for finding guests? Like, was you just like kind of like lurking on the timeline? Was you like just studying people? Like, what was that process of finding people?
First, before I answer that, quick question. Again, I watched the G's episode. I listened to a few other ones and saw clips, whatever. I still have no idea.
Okay, go ahead.
Why is it called 280 plus?
All right. Well, I say it a couple of times in episodes, whatever, but 280 plus, right? You know what I mean? This derives, and if you look, like there's like little Twitter logos, whatever. So this derives, it's kind of like derived from Twitter, like that's the inspiration of it. And you know, I get my shit off on there, whatever, but sometimes 280 characters ain't enough. So
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, so and I felt like I didn't want to make it like my name because one, it would just. I think it's a little narcissistic, a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, and maybe one day, if, like I said, if I get big enough, then it would be that. And then I didn't want to do nothing like too, like, you know, like a slang name or something like that. Like, yo, mother, you know what I mean? I don't know who, you know, what are some like names of podcasts that are like a little bit like on the nose? So you're like, all right.
Two things. Like one, great name. Like,
thank you, man.
It's rare. You say you like when I do my titles and shit. I actually take great joy, great pride in my title shit. Like my man who makes short films and movies and shit, he always comes to me for his titles. So I love doing titles and things. Second thing, and I was gonna say, I agree with you. There's a lot of bum ass names out there, whatever. But G's always likes making fun of what my first tentative name was of the show. To your point,
what was it?
So true story. You know, Philly, Bull, da da da. So I'm just like, what can I do? Like, and mind you, a lot of you know is the Ryan Club came from. I had a website first.
So, okay.
Yeah, I had a website and then just carried over. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Ryan Club, blah, boom, boom. But the first name was bullshit. And it was just
I like that though. I like that, but I like it.
And I was like,
But yeah, not everybody talks like that. You know what I'm saying? Like so, and yeah, like you almost kind of like narrow your audience down. Not necessarily, but like like, and I feel like something like this, it's very universal. You know what I mean? Like this could be a brand outside of this. Searching makes it like a little bit easier because you know how, and I said this in actually a previous episode when Black did that shit. That was the smartest thing he could ever do. Like, you know what I mean, putting that 6 on there, that's like, because you type that shit in, his name come up right away. Like, it's no question. Like, that shit come up. So yeah, I had to think about it a little bit, but
shout out to you.
Thank you.
I think you said like tip. You asked me a question, I believe.
Oh yeah, so I was asking you like, what was your process for finding guests?
Right. Oh yeah, yes. So, like, and again, like you would know, but people don't know that it's a constant thing to be thinking about shit and then be reaching out and being like, oh, I'm gonna reach out to Q, but hopefully Q responds in a timely manner. If not, I might gotta reach out to another person to secure this, and I might reach out to 3 people in 1 week, and hopefully one of them niggas respond. Then I may tell Q for Friday, but then G's right back, but G's can only do Friday, and I might gotta move Q. So it's a constant thing of moving shit around. So like
that sounds like a single man that got like a lot of shorties. You know what I mean? Like he's like, yo, you my Tuesday, you my Wednesday, you my that's what it sounds like.
Shout out to How to Be a Player shit.
right.
Classic. But you know, for the most part, I definitely like starting. I had like a list of people. I'm like, like these people kind of got to get covered eventually. So I started out with like a general list. I don't know if it was written down now, but it was like a mental thing, whatever. I was following most of my supposed back then. But like I should get these people eventually. And then social media, you would see, you're like, at least me, I was just constantly seeing people. I'm like, oh, they got retweeted or they got reposted or whatever. I'm like, they seen, oh, who is this? I'm looking at their page. Oh, they seem interesting. Oh, they do this. I didn't know. I never seen it before. All right, boom. And me, my biggest thing, I would always I definitely did this. I would keep a list of people. And then since I did the group setting, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to keep Los in mind. In general. And then whenever I came across somebody else, I would be like, all right, that's the second person. Him and Los might be cool together. And third person would see with them like, yeah, this is a good episode.
Yeah.
So I definitely just kept like a array of people written down on some psychopath shit.
Yeah.
And just be like kind of piece them together over time. My mom being
the boy from Billy Madison who was like shooting niggas at the end, like he just had the checklist like that.
Super fact. So like it was a mixture of like me seeking people out just because I knew of them already, and just like over 4 years of just coming across people literally organically of like, you, like you said, G's retweeted me, you came across me. So that's how it was. Like, oh, like you retweeted them. Like, oh wait, like they near me, they in Philly, they do this. Yeah. All right, let's see.
It's funny too because I remember like I was following you, whatever, and I remember DMing you like, yo, man, I want to get on there, and I told you who my cousin was, and he was like, oh, yo, he's actually on the episode coming up. Yo, you could just tag along. So I was a tag along, like I wasn't, you know. And it was funny because like when you write the description, it's like my first name. It's just like everybody got their name, Wiz 215 G's and Carlos, and I'm like, I guess he don't know me. I mean, so like, he probably had to ask my cousin what my name was and all that. Like, all right, so you kind of just always on the watch and you know just kind of keep track of what. Okay, and that's kind of how it's going for me a little bit right now. Yeah, man. So far the scheduling has been pretty cool, but like I had my last episode. I had somebody, bro, was like 45 minutes late. But we still recording it. We actually had a good episode, but like I'm just sitting there with the shorty, like all right,
yeah. And that should be asked. And it's funny, you record and it was good. And if people don't know that, my mom said all the time, like, oh, you should have just started without them. You should lock the door on them. But it's like, yeah, again, you can't think for others. You can't be so hard on principles and what you would do in real life.
Yes.
Because one, this is a professional setting, entertainment. You're trying to get the most important thing is the product.
Yes.
And then for me, I'm obsessive. So it's like I'd be really mad if someone's late or not made because it fucks up my vision of like how I wanted this to go.
Yeah.
So like if I wanted Los, G's, and whoever there, if Los don't come, is like I kind of feel like I wasted an episode because of course I had topics tailored for Los, and it fucks up the whole shit. So like you said though, a lot of times person can be late and they still be a really good guest though. So it all worked out. Yeah. So if you would have been like, man, fuck this nigga, I'm blocking them or locking the door or not gonna let them in on the Zoom call, you would have missed out on a good job. So it's again that adds to the mental bandwidth though of even balancing all that.
Yeah. And it was a struggle too, because like I was talking to the girl, I was like, yo, do you want to reschedule? And then like what she was gonna reschedule was gonna like it was gonna like leave me assed out. I was like, yo, I need an episode. Like, I mean, we were gonna start without him, but then I finally got in contact with him, and he's like, yo, I had a family thing, whatever. And then it's all right, we'll wait for you. And then boom. And like I said, it would have fucked up the whole episode because I could have made it, I could have did it without him, but like, I had shit tailored right for him, so it was just like it was tough there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So I was gonna ask about pitfalls and stuff like that, but I feel like we actually talked about a lot of that, like pitfalls that I might face. What are, and maybe this, I don't know if this is your best, your strong suit, whatever, but what are some of the best ways to market a podcast? I'm not trying to, I ain't mean to shade you, whatever, but like I know you always talk about you didn't like promotion, you ain't like, you know what I mean, or you struggle with that, like to remember, you know what I mean, like I remember when you first started to do YouTube, you did mad YouTubes until like you started saying like, hey, yo, subscribe, whatever. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, and I just love watching the show. So I didn't care about that. But like, I could, now that I'm on this side, I'm like, no, you have to do all that. Like, you got to do this, you got to do that. So like, sometimes people, and I said it to you, like when I put out my first one, like you laid out the blueprint, you know what I mean? Like, and you watch people move and you see what to do, what works, but then you also see like maybe what you should do instead. You know what I mean? That didn't work. But like, do you have any good ways to market a podcast? Like,
so the main thing I learned, and again, I feel like is like when they say about the Kanye analogy, like being first over the hill, you get the arrows and shit. Yeah. So I think about that, whereas like literally over my 4-year span, video became a way more important element to it. Yeah. So like when I first started, like it didn't really matter. Like when I was doing the clips and shit, that was a plus. It was like, I got clips and was on Twitter and whatever, Instagram stories. Like it was like, can't wait for the clips to come out and all that type shit. Yeah. So to see it elevate to now niggas have production settings and like and real. Can I remember when I first started seeing it and I still was just like, that's cool for you. Like that's y'all, you have a nice little camera on your shit. But I'm like, it ain't really make it. And I still personally don't really give a fuck for it. Cause like you said, you don't watch Joe Budden. I don't really watch podcasts. So like, I get it. Like, but I really don't care. I ask myself, I'm like, yo, like if somebody sent you my podcast and it looked how it looked, but the content was the content, would it like resonate differently to you? And it was like a conversation. Well, I don't know. And I was like, that's interesting. Like, it's because to me, if the conversation is entertaining, so to speak, what else really matters? But in hindsight, learn over time. I just, once industry evolves, you gotta adapt with it. It's life of the game and shit.
Yeah, so some people treat podcasts like actual shows. They don't. It's not just a podcast. Yeah, like me, I'm at the essence. I like to listen, but like some people made me do video right away. Like I was just gonna do audio, whatever, and do clips because I doing it through Zoom. And then niggas was like, yo, but like I want the whole thing. And I'm like, oh, I guess I do gotta start a YouTube. So like probably like episode 3, I was like, oh, I gotta start this fucking YouTube. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Right.
Episode 5, that's when I started my YouTube channel. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, and but also just to being practical about shit is I can't afford a production studio. So like niggas don't understand that. Like it's literally a reason why most podcast people is more than one person. Like it's a reason for that. Like you think like, oh, you got great chemistry and no, niggas gotta break down a bunch. Niggas, like that's really what it comes down to. So it's like doing it by yourself is not that feasible to be like, all right, I'm gonna have a cameraman there every single episode and record for over an hour and a half. Like, when I had my Cypher episode, like nigga charged me, it was like 180, like it's recorded a Cypher, like it wasn't even an episode.
Right.
So like it's that shit ain't cheap. Like shout out to Polivia when they did their episode, they lent me their footage for that shit.
Okay.
And I remember people like, yo, you got new footage? I was like, no, like, I ain't paying for this shit. They paid for it. They told me how much they paid for it. But that whole episode wasn't cheap. So
okay, wow.
Every single time, it just takes more money or whatever. So like, if I had one other person, it would be more, realistic, whatever. Because also remember, people gotta pay for the studio. So I just think that's what maybe could have stifled me from elevating. Because like I just think that when my clips do go around, maybe that could have grabbed that extra one person to be like, oh, because it's catching your eye. It's more appealing to the eye. See like a nice lens, a nice camera, video quality, whatever. So it was like versus seeing like cell phone footage.
Yeah,
it could be the most entertaining conversation you ever heard in your life, but you'd be less likely to give it a try because of
the presentation of it. Yeah,
right. So I think about that. And as far as marketing, I think reach out to as a wide array of people as possible. Helps out with the natural marketing, connecting, whatever. And I think being accessible. I know you said being where you're at, the location a little different, whatever. But again, back to how I'm at. Since I'm not doing shit no more, I don't really be giving a fuck about what's going on like in the scenes. So you could be sending me invites and shit still and do this. No, I just don't give a fuck. Like, and not that I'm bitter. It's like I don't feel like I used to feel like
you ain't a mixy boy no more.
Yeah, I'm not a mix, and I still wasn't really a mixy boy, but like about being respectful. I'm like, no, like, if I'm out here being creative and selling something or whatever, I feel it's only right that I kind of put that in the atmosphere and universe. Lead by example again. Like, no, like I want support, I support you. Boom, 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 boom. Whatever. Regardless, you give it back. It's like, no, like whatever type of shit. Now I don't give a fuck. So I think being accessible is like, oh, something going on, Polivia, whatever. Oh, I'll go check that out. Boom, 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 boom. Like you said, you're a naturally forthcoming guy. Like, oh, I fuck with this. I like this. So I think those type of genuine interactions go a long way as well.
Okay.
And then I think also just going to play, like I said, being accessible. Like even if it's something in Philly or maybe New York or something, like some type of like not like a niggas be dicky and like back to dicky. Like when I went to the Joe Budden live show, I know a nigga in Philly do a podcast. He's the most masterful dicky I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god.
This nigga just literally goes around places taking pictures with niggas. Like,
just for the moment, like
one of those type niggas. Like me, that's just dick eating. But if it was like, let's say, like a general type of event or something, that's around media, why not go there? So like show face and show interest, show love, whatever. So I think those type things as well go along with it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And then on this topic, what are your strategies for selecting titles? Because just probably my last 2 episodes, I finally like got like quotes from it, whatever. But I'm like, that shit is hard as fuck because like it ain't that like what you're saying is not fire or whatever, but it's like to make it the episode name, it's like what the hell. So like mine have been mostly, they've been thematic, like, all right, we've been talking about these topics overall, so I'm gonna put a spin to it, whatever. And then I was like, yo, and I said, geez, I was like, yo, fam, I need a quote. Like, I mean, how do you do that? Like, I mean, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask when I get Q on here, I'm gonna ask Q, what does he do? Like, how the fuck does he do it? Because sometimes they're like in general, like sometimes they're good. Like when people do it, because I know Brilliant Idiots does it, Joe Budden podcast do it, and then you did it. I like yours. I ain't gonna lie. Yours was like always like provocative. It was like, oh shit, like oh shit, like because like it would be like the craziest thing. You'd be like, what the fuck is this episode about? But that was the draw. It was like, yo, oh shit, that's what he said. Whatever. I mean, like, you had some crazy titles, bro. Like,
on top of my head, I remember I had, of course, George's Throat Train. I remember I had one of my favorite ones is You Don't Have a Dick. That was a funny
You Don't Have a Dick, yes.
What was another one? The one you were talking about with Jesus at the table, that was called Neighbors Know My Name.
Neighbors Know My Name. Ain't there was something like, wasn't there something where it was like Daddy something, and like it was like basically the dude was telling a story about how like this, I guess some dude was like piping his girl or like like in college or something like that, and Daddy something Daddy something. I don't know. You had some wild titles, but
I don't remember that one, but I just remember a random one. It wasn't like one of like top one, but it was called Prosecco Pubes. Because the girl talking about her pubes and she loved Prosecco wines. We call it Prosecco pubes.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna actually look through it real quick because now you got me thinking what was like a daddy one. That sounds funny though.
Yeah, you had. I felt there was a couple, man, that was just wild.
But as far as to answer your question, when I'm looking though, like I don't know what that always just like been in my mind about things. Like again, like I dabble in screenwriting, and as always, I used to notice that with shows I was watching. Okay. I can't think of an example right now, but I've seen shows on TV where it's like the title, it might be like maybe 2.5 Men, maybe off the top of my head.
Okay.
But if you look at the title name, it's like, what the fuck is that? And that always just been like intriguing to me, like you say, provocative. Yeah. So when I started doing my stuff, I was like, oh, it was like a little cool, like little thing to just pick something random and make it that. And then when it came to the podcast, that like the first episode ever was called Factual Opinion. So that was like not provocative, but it was still like not like, that's kind of like thematic in a sense, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the second episode was called Willed Away. So so kind of from the very beginning, I did that tactic. And it shouldn't be funny to me. Like it was kind of like an inside joke to myself. If no one else if no one ever said it over the years, like, this was kind of funny, I was like, he's just hilarious to me. Like,
okay. You would have kept going with it regardless.
Yeah. Like, I just personally like this shit. So if I'm looking through it right now,
I just had like the We Are Live shirt on too the other day.
Shout out to you, King.
And yo, you know what? It's crazy because I wore that shit to work a couple times, and then I realized like, yo, I can't wear this. I shouldn't wear it to work.
Yeah.
Because like there are some like if people really read some of the stuff, they probably be like, yo, what the fuck is you? What time is you on? Like, I mean,
so I see we got Midget Hunt. That was a wild one. What else we got here?
Yo, and I feel like I don't know, like it was like
maybe I don't think it's one, but this was wild. Dick Sucking Hoe 15. That was wild.
That was wild, but no, it was. I remember there was the guest, whoever he was talking about an experience. I just remembered like, I don't know, he's in college and maybe his girl cheated on him, and then like she was and then I guess in her phone, the nigga's name was like Daddy something.
Oh,
or was it Daddy, or maybe am I off on that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna find it. I remember.
Right.
I remember.
You got send that to me.
Yeah.
All right, man. So last topic before I let you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So man, you're a father now. You know what I mean?
Yes,
that's the new addition. You know what I mean? And you know, I see how you moving out here, man. You know what I mean? You got the pictures, you got grandma like really involved, you know what I mean? And that, yo, fam, it really
Okay.
takes a village, man. Like that
Super
shit,
facts.
that shit really matters, man. And like it's good that you had that kind of support, because you know, I got the same type of situation over
Shout out
here.
to grandmoms.
Shout out to grandmas, right? And grandpops, because and I know your dad. You talk.
Facts.
It's crazy. I feel like I know everything about you because like on the podcast. But yeah, I know your dad don't live around here. You live in Chicago, whatever. So he probably ain't getting to be as involved, but still, you know what I
And,
mean, I know if he did live here, he probably would be. You know what I mean?
yeah, fact. And real quick, just to add to that, like, cause I feel like you're not just like a creeping on that, whatever. I think like, cause I've also I've learned this from people being mad at me about the show, and like the whole show was a learning experience, like in
Yeah,
many different
yeah,
ways.
yeah.
But like I've always knew for myself, but I learned it even more doing a show where it's like I'm a natural, like open book type of guy. So
Mm.
like it's not like a, I like telling stories, and I don't really wear too many things close to the vest.
Okay,
Like I
okay.
only really have like 2 secrets, and
Oh wow.
like
Don't,
that's it's not really that many things I won't just tell anybody because it's just not that deep. So like I like I'm being able to express shit, and I feel like if ain't like you listen to the show, you probably do know a lot of shit about me.
yeah,
Anybody,
yeah, yeah,
if any all my friends know a lot of shit about me, because I just be saying a lot of shit, whatever.
yeah.
Like the one that there's another wild episode, but shits and giggles.
Okay.
Like
Oh yeah, that was yeah. If you say it, then I remember like, oh
yeah,
no, didn't somebody used to poop the bed or something, or poop themselves? Or, you
it was
did.
me.
Yo, no, yo.
Yeah, like it is what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, because
Like
your mom was about to whoop your ass, like, you know what I mean? Like if you
she
wouldn't
was
stop.
mad. She was mad when I said that on the show. She was like, "That's the one thing you didn't have to put on the but like, so I just naturally like living like that because I feel like you less stress if you don't take everything so serious about
True,
yourself.
true. So, and I gotta come at you for this, man. So, yo, fam,
I'm rolling.
you spent all this time claiming that you do not make boys.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So you got a daughter. So are we gonna chalk this as a fluke? Or
Baby, not mine.
and is this a so all right, so you still only make boys, all right? And so what is life like being a step girl dad? Yeah, I mean, because that's not your kid, right? So I just play it, but how's that girl dad life treating you, man?
So one of the greatest mistakes else I've ever had, if not the number one, is me having a daughter. Like, and it's like once I had a daughter, again, like I said, I've been like people be talking about the podcast. I really done this my whole life. Like, prime example, when the whole daughter news came out and shit like that, everybody had all their jokes
A
and
bad smoke for you, bro.
yeah, and I respect it. I held it, whatever.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was people from my fucking elementary school talking about you used to say this in elementary school that you
What?
couldn't make girls, this and that, da, da, da. So I was like, the
You
fact
used
that
to
I
say
didn't
that
remember
when
that.
you wow.
I didn't remember that. Like I remember me saying it in high school, of course, but the fact
Yeah.
I was saying it back then was like, wow, I like that's just really wild.
You got
to
a
myself.
complex. Yeah, that it was meant for you to have a girl. Like maybe you were just psyching yourself out. You know what I mean? Like, or maybe you should have said I can only make girls, and then you would have dropped that. You would have dropped that Y chromosome, that my nigga.
Yeah. But so
you don't drop them chromosomes, my dude. Like, I mean,
yeah. So it is what it is. But so from the moment I found out, like once I got over just I only say shame because I knew niggas gonna laugh in my face. That's the reason why I was ashamed.
Yeah.
Past the jokes and shit, I was actually relieved. I felt like me, like in a stereotypical male, like Jesus Shuttlesworth dad way, in a sense, like not that extreme, but kind of like that. Like I don't think I needed a son. I thought I would have put too much pressure on it.
Okay.
To be like, yo, yeah, you gonna be like me and definitely be better. Like and if you kind of deviate from me, I'm not gonna be able to deal with it as well. Again, not that I'm gonna beat the shit out of him, but I think I would naturally just put more into like forming him to be like me. And like if he wasn't like me, it'd be tough for me to like deal with. Like, oh, what? Like, what is this? But I think with a daughter, it just made me naturally humble myself and just be like, yo, no, I don't know shit. Like it's like this is a total new territory, learning experience. I like the idea of having to look to my girl and be like, yo, what'd you think? We was talking the other day, my friends, yo, how you feel when you think about your girl, your daughter having a boyfriend? And I was like, I said what I said. And I was like, but ultimately, a lot of shit like that, like whatever her mom said, like, what you think first? Then I'd be like, we can have a discussion. But like, if my son, I'll be like, no, he fine. Like, he good.
Yeah. That was
so I like that I'm able to kind of take a back seat, you know, learn and be cool with it. And I truly love just coddling her and be like, no, this is like my little precious
princess,
princess shit. So no,
so if you had a son, you wouldn't even hug that little nigga, man. You'd just be like, man, punch him in the chest when he was.
Like, fuck, wait a minute, you got some bill money, nigga? Like,
what? Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
no. But of course, I love my son. My dad, he was a borderline SVU case waiting to happen. Like, he was super affectionate and shit. Like, but so I definitely
borderline SVU.
Yeah, he definitely was almost there. Like, but so I definitely am aware of like male to male intimacy and admiration like that. Yeah. But I just know it's just more of a daughter. It's like, no, nigga, it's my daughter. Ain't nothing happened to her.
So far, what's been and matter of fact, what you saying, like, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like, so I do have a son, and I'm not disappointed, but like, he's like 7 now. So like, I'm starting to see certain things. I'm like, yo, is there a way for me to intervene?
Real quick, I'm sorry. I just found the episode.
Okay.
And as soon as I saw, I remember the story. This was I got mad all over again. It was Woody Daddy Wednesday.
Daddy, yeah, I knew it was something crazy, like something with Daddy, and I knew it was like done Daddy done something like
2017. So good memory.
That's crazy. That was a crazy story. But no, so I was saying real quick about my son, like I don't know if he's gonna like sports. Like, so far he's not really like showing any interest, and I'm like, damn, did I fail, or is that, you know what I mean, or is that just his personality? Like, is he gonna be certain other things, whatever? So like, yeah, I don't think I ever thought about that, but like, yeah, when you are a dad, you want your son to be like you know what I mean, like you
even in a harmless way, like it just it's natural, like
even just playing sports. It's like, all right, but it's like you're as a dad, you are expected to have your kid in all these sports, and I mean, like, what are you doing as a dad if your kid ain't in sports? That's what it feels like. At least if you have a boy. All right, so far, man, what's been the toughest part of parenting for you? Like,
the toughest part of parenting is, and most of I have friends that's like older than me who have kids and shit like that, whatever, and they always just say, you gonna see, you got so much shit to say about everything, you gonna see me have a kid, like everybody say. But most shit I was right about, though. Like, I've been telling people since I was elementary school, ain't nothing beautiful about pregnancy. This shit is traumatizing,
it's crazy,
tormenting, stressful, frustrating, all that shit.
Did your baby have like a little bit of a cone head? Yeah, I mean, when it came out.
So one of the best things that ever happened to me was I learned about that like a month before the baby was born.
Oh my God.
If I didn't know that before the baby came out, I would have lost my fucking mind.
Like, fix my baby. Like,
yeah, real right. But again, like another reason why I'm never having no more kids, people always make fun of it. No, but like, yeah, I'm done. I'm getting
I was gonna ask you a question about intimacy, but like, but I guess you ain't gonna snip, bruh.
Yes. Like,
after what I was gonna ask that too. Like, you're gonna subject your child to them being the only child like you were.
I turned out fine. But yeah, like if I could get put to sleep too, I do that shit. I would have been that done already. To me, the only reason I don't is because I'm just scared of the pain. But it's like, I've been got this shit over with. But so what was that? We talking about
I was talking about toughest part of parenting, like
toughest part of parenting. Oh, so I was talking about the why I'm not having no more. Oh, it's I had like a lot of anxiety about the pregnancy, like I just wanted everything to go right and shit. So to me, just so many different things I was worried about. So the head just capped it all. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, so luckily I knew about it beforehand, or I really would have just been like, yo, my baby's deformed. Shit is over. Like, I'm just fucked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's so much shit that I had on my mind. But the hardest part to me is back to some of my friends, is like the thing I didn't anticipate was the constant state of like alertness.
Okay.
So like I feel like people say like, yo, like when you're not with your child, you're always thinking about them when they're well. Like, yeah, that's one sense of being alert and thinking about them. But no, but literally when you're with a baby, it's just like you have to constantly be alert of like, oh, they tipping over, oh, they doing this, oh, they
they
got
got no neck
like,
muscles. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
they
you
just
literally have to constantly be like
yeah,
with them doing something,
yeah,
whatever. And then the moment they fall asleep, in theory, they always say, all right, that's when you be productive. So whether you want to go work out, clean something, do this, but literally all you want to do is just rest.
sleep. Yeah, that's all you want to do is sleep.
Because you're literally never not at rest. Like
Yeah,
it's like, you know, when before you had a kid, when you're laying down or sitting down, you're literally just resting. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just watching TV.
Yep.
Resting.
I never took a nap before my kid. Like I never took naps. Like I just
with a baby, you're literally just never relaxed.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So yeah, you definitely nap.
I feel that just wear and tears. I'm like, yo, like nigga, sit the fuck still. Like just sit still. So I just can't wait till she like just 4 or 5 when she can just be like, yo, I'm over here sitting down, mind my fucking business.
Yes.
And I'm just here. Like
yeah, it's a great time, man, when they start to like really move by themselves, whatever. But the only thing is, and I learned this because my kid is still only child at this point. Yo, fam, they like, you know, he definitely plays by himself, but like, yo, sometimes like he like it's like he's all over me, like, yo, let's play. And I'm like, yo, fam, I grew up most of my life only like by myself. Like you could do it too. Like, yeah, I mean, like figure it out, but nigga, like I got you, and we gonna do some stuff. But like, fam, you need to give me some time, man, because I, you know, I've been working all this, whatever.
Yeah.
Find something to do, brother.
And that's why I told my mom she was lucky with me. Like she always say, yeah, I wanted to have 3 to show people how to have it. Niggas don't know how to read beat, all that type of shit she be saying. And I just always say, you got lucky with me because one, I'm really like you, and I was just the perfect only child. Word meaning only, I only say that where it's like,
well,
I really
not where you shit yourself, nigga.
That's a fact. But meaning only that I can occupy myself. Like she said all the time, like, yeah, me and Q could be in the house. We didn't talk for hours. He in his room, I'm in my room. Like it was never. If I had my men and toys, I would be there for 10 hours straight. Just So like I've seen other only child, like my little cousin, and from when he was born, he has never been able to be by himself. He always just like, look, I'm doing the iPad. Look, I'm doing this. So I was like, I hope my daughter isn't like that. That would really be like, yo, nigga, but like that would be like that would just be a lot to process.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna get over you. I'm never gonna get away from you. But so hopefully she gets that from me, being like, no, like, all right, nigga, now I'm able to walk and talk and do this. I don't need your niggas anymore. Fuck you. I'm over here with it now. So I'm in my room watching this. Cool little girl. Knock yourself out.
As I said. All right. So and I got like 2 more questions. So just kind of on this, talking about the toughest part, you know, as a father, what's something that you're fearful of in the future for your daughter? So I'll just say, yo, fam, I work with kids, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just say that. And yo, fam, now I don't want my son to have a phone, bro. Like, I don't want him to have a cell phone. Yo, these motherfuckers be talking about like, oh yeah, this weird guy just like messaged me, whatever, and then I'd be like, yo, motherfucker, I gotta like report that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I can't, you know, or like, you know, and even boys, they tell me about like young boys, they tell me about like women, and they might not even be women soliciting them, but like, yeah, like really like on that sugar mama stuff, like, hey, I'll give you snacks, whatever, if you know what I mean, and I'm like, yo, fam, like we didn't have to, like, yo, we did not have to deal with that. Like the worst thing was like, yo, you couldn't give out your email address, whatever. And it's like, when you think about it in hindsight, it's like, what the fuck you getting off in the email? You know what I mean? Like it's like, it was a lot more layers, but now it's like direct like you could really have direct contact. If your kid don't know, they got their location on, you know what I mean? Somebody could find that motherfucker, like, you know what I mean? Whatever. So like, I'm fearful of that. Like, I'm like, and you know, in what my son, he'll be, you know, in 10 years, he'll be 17. It's gonna be way more shit out there that's like way more invasive and crazy, whatever. So I'm afraid of him getting like personalized technology where he can communicate with everybody. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck.
So before I answer to that point though, I used to always say, like, I probably said on the podcast a few times, where it's like, when we were younger, we didn't have social media. So I always think about, like, not like, you know, predators and stuff, but I always think about just like the constant marketing, or I would just say exposure to just sexuality. And like,
oh my,
like,
yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, like we couldn't really watch porn back in the day.
Right. So I couldn't imagine just being this horny as like a 13-year-old. We already horny as shit. Now I could really just see Lori Harvey all day. Like, or just all these endless of bad Android bitches. That all these bitches, I'm a grown man. I see a new Android every single fucking day. I can imagine being 11, 13 with that same shit I'm seeing and just not even know how to process it and deal with it and just, So to me, I've been thinking about that. So that's all I want to talk about with phones. With what you talking about, like messaging. It's funny you said it because I was watching a show called Mayor of Easttown. Have you seen this? Don't spoil it.
Not yet. But G's recommended it a couple episodes.
Yeah. Fuck G's. I gotta admit that actually has been a good show so far. I didn't want to watch it.
You gotta admit that. All right, so this is gonna be my first clip then. That's what.
Good show so far. But I've always heard that before, seen it depicted and shit. For some, maybe because I got a daughter now, it really resonated. But I've always seen it, pen pals, and when there's a predator in a chat and they trying to act like a kid, I always be like, how the fuck you fall for that? Like, how? What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. But for whatever reason, when I saw this on this show, I ain't gonna spoil, but it's a girl who she gets catfish, let's say, whatever.
Okay.
I was like, I get it. I was like, oh, I get it now. So this girl like 14 or something. Like, I get how, like, cause me, like the show Catfish, I always feel like these adults are stupid as shit. How you get catfish?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
But when you are 14, you're not as experienced or savvy about just scams in general, because everybody got scammed at least once in their life for the most part. So catfish is a different type of scam. So you just never been exposed to that. Someone just hopped me in DM and they got some pictures on their page and whatever. And you mentioned I get it now how a kid could get lured into a certain position that they didn't know what was going to happen. So, but anyway, about my daughter though, I don't really think about that type of shit. At least for now, thankfully, whatever. I don't really think about those things. But what I think about, I'm fearful. I don't know. Like, I just hope that I just hope that she's like, she has the same. I'll just say, I just hope that she listens. Like, to me, if she just, but some people literally don't fucking listen. Like they just don't listen. So at this point, Stan, she's only 7 months. All I could think of was like, just listen. We're not gonna agree all the time. But as long as you just listen, because again, I ain't agree with my mom all the time. I ain't agree with my dad all the time. But like over time, they realized that I listen to almost everything they said. Whether I agree it or not, I can reiterate almost all the dumb shit, all the annoying ass shit, all the great shit y'all say. I can list it all out. So I just hope that she listens. And that's pretty much all I got to think of right now.
That's it. And you say that though, and that is like the dynamic of parenting that like I don't think nobody like knows how to fully navigate, because just in the sense of like, if you're too strict, right? What I mean? We see, and I feel like it's always more pronounced with women. You know what I mean? Like if you're so like, if you're real strict, that girl might go out and, you know what I mean, like want to live it up, you know what I mean, because she felt like she missed out on stuff. But then if you're too loose, you know what I mean, then she just out there already, like from the rip. So it's like that balance and like, you definitely want the lines of communication to be open, you know what I mean? And I think, with kids, whether it is a boy or girl, sometimes they don't feel as comfortable, you know what I mean? And even if you feel like you are creating a space where like, you could talk to me about anything, but like you might not realize like other conversations that you've had over the course of their lives has proven that like, no, I can't talk to my dad about that. I can't. I was like, nah, I know you say we cool, but like, no, I seen how you react to this. I don't trust it. So like, but yeah, that's a tough part. But last question. And actually it's kind of plays on part of something that you said on one of your IGs like stories, whatever. Man, did you ever learn how to cook, bro? Because what are you gonna do if just say your girl gotta go on a vacation, maybe she's going on a girls trip, but a long one, whatever, and maybe Lena can't help you out because she busy that weekend, whatever. Like, what the hell you gonna do, brother? Because from what I know, you can't cook, and like you grew up on like chicken nuggets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Freezing chicken nuggets. So like, is that what you gonna do with your kid, or like what's up, man?
So to answer this short and sweet, I will never learn how to cook.
Come on, brother. Come on, man. It's not hard, man.
I have no interest in it, and
you gotta eat. You gotta eat, my nigga.
I don't need much to eat. I don't know about y'all people. Like I told you I can survive off grapes and water.
See, now you sound like you don't treat that baby like Summer Walker.
Walker, yeah. But so
and shout out, that's in episode 9. I do talk about Summer Walker's baby.
And it's 2021, yo. It is endless alternatives for eating, healthy as well.
So you're gonna be a takeout dad. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's how my dad is. Like my dad can. Well, he can only make French toast. But his wife does not cook at all. I've known her since I was like fucking 10 years old.
Yeah,
she cooked 10 meals tops. Like she says, she doesn't cook.
Wow.
So every time I was to go there in the summertime, they just go out and eat all the time. Like them niggas get money apparently. Like so, that's what I look at as like. So they either go out to eat or, like I said, eat grapes and shit. They just be eating fruit. They just be chilling. So if she go on the grocery, me and my daughter, all right, we're about to eat some honey grow tonight. We're gonna go get some smoothies. We're gonna get a salad. Or we better go to a restaurant. Like we're fine. We're gonna go eat out 5 times. First of all, we're gonna have some leftovers one of these meals.
Yeah,
you'll be fine, nigga. Like who are you? You need home cooked meals all the time.
Yeah, but the home cooked meals is probably better. I know you know what I mean, you say you can buy healthy stuff, whatever, but like, come on, bro. You got to know how to make some basics. Like, you probably don't even know how to scramble eggs, my nigga.
I literally can't do nothing. There's no shame in my game. I can't do anything.
No, like that's all right, man. All right, I'm gonna let you live, man, and you know, hopefully they, you know, you get some good takeout for your daughter, man.
Yeah, she does get some. She want to eat good, salad type of shit. But real quick, if you don't mind, can I ask you something that relates to something you said?
Yeah, go ahead.
So a topic I came across, or you might see on the timeline as well. The abortion topic about a friend. Did you see that?
No, what are you talking about?
Okay, so when you made a thing when you said you hope the lines of communication are open, but depending on what you said in the past, it may dictate the future. Okay. So you have a son, but let's just kind of what I did learn from the conversations I had about this topic, it made it a little warped from a man perspective. So let's picture we both women, of course, and you have a daughter. Okay. So you find out your daughter now is 21. You find out 4 years ago she had an abortion. Never told you, but told her godmother, who is your best friend. Oh shit! And her godmother went and took care of it with her. Never told you. How do you
feel? All right. So now, as a mother, well, I don't know. As a parent, I think, but as a,
but I learned. I was trying to talk about it with like some people. And they like, that's just weird as shit, Q, because you a man. I was like, no, you're right. You taking it somewhere else. Like I'm taking a girl to go get an abortion. That's kind of is weird. Yeah. So I gotta say like still a woman though. But yeah, parent is still
Oh yeah, that's a crazy betrayal, just in the sense of like my friend, it's my best friend took my daughter to do this, whatever, and like you didn't like it'd be one like you would have. How did I find out? Like how did I find out?
I don't fucking know.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like did the friend because. Like maybe
you found out. Nobody told you still. You just
okay. I just had to find out. Like maybe I found some papers or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
there we go. Yeah.
Oh nah, bro. That's yeah, nah. Like I might have to kill that bitch. You know what I mean? like my friend. Like I might have to. Like we had some problems because that's a big thing. And like maybe I would want to be there. Whether I believe in it or not, or say it.
Yeah. So personally, not even to get deep into, but are you against abortion?
No, I'm not.
Okay, cool.
I'm for choice. I'm for choice. And I the thing is with that, when people say pro-life, whatever, you already know they not pro-life, man. They not pro-life. They are anti-abortion, but then they make it seem like people are pro-abortion, like everybody trying to kill babies out here. No, man. Like, shit happens, and some people I feel like they make a logical decision that's like, yo, I can't really care for this kid, and I don't want my kid to go through the system because adoption ain't a better option. You know what I'm saying? Like
I never got how niggas thought that just made all the sense in the world. Like,
no, because you're more likely, and if you're black, you're gonna be in the system. You're not just gonna find this happy family that wants you. Like that's bullshit. Which it's crazy that you don't watch The Chi. Because you really gave up on that. Like when did you stop watching that?
After season 2.
Season 3 was all right, man. Because like, are you ever gonna go back to it?
Never.
So the sister, she got kidnapped and raped.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, and then she got pregnant, and then like Kevin, the little boy, he's like, you ain't about to keep that baby, right? And like she basically is like she's trying to do that, and like right now, season 4, I only watched the first episode. She's trying to like find a family to adopt, and I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here! Like you should, No, you wildin', but no.
You kept a rape baby, bitch.
No, I'm not keeping. No, you can't. You ain't keeping that baby. Like you're not keeping that baby. Like I don't. I mean, that's when you don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Like, but no, you were saying about that topic. Nah, yeah, that's a deal breaker. Like we can't be friends. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so again, it reminded me of the Joe Budden thing where I saw this, had my opinion, saw the feedback, was totally a minority, which I didn't expect. So when I saw the situation, I was like, okay, like of course I understand. Mind you, the initial response to it, so it was people like my followers. That's how it came on my timeline, and my followers is like, "The bitch is dead to me. I'm gonna kill her. Fuck the friend." I'm like, oh really? To me, it actually made all the sense in the world. Not saying it's an ideal situation, but I'm just like, to me, it was a testament to the God mom's relationship, not indictment of the parent relationship. A lot of people, I feel like parents, when we become a parent, everybody becomes delusional and gets on their feelings about shit because you're so oversensitive about your kid. Because everybody I talked to was like, I'm just so offended. I'm hurt. Why didn't tell me? Bitch, it's not about you. Literally, it has nothing to do with you. Like, so it's like, that's one. It had literally nothing to do with you. How the fuck are you offended? Two.
Well, it does. What do you mean? Like your kid is you. Your kid is
you.
Like that don't.
I'm gonna wrap it all up.
All right.
Two, almost everybody I talk to is for abortion. So I don't like you got the results you wanted. So I'm saying, how the fuck you mad about that? And three, we all been kids before, and we all have things we know we didn't want to, or know we just couldn't tell our parents. So I had no idea how people were trying to act like they thought this was impossible.
All right, so maybe.
And as far as the friend, when people was like, well, my friend should tell me, right? What? I'm like, I hear what you're saying.
But no, that's not the friend. That's actually not, in a way, it's not your friend's job to tell about what your daughter did. Like.
And if a child asks someone, don't tell someone, please, and you go break their trust, they will literally never tell you anything ever again. Like, so is that really, if you claim you love this child, you want what's best for them, you want to make sure they're good, healthy, learn their lesson, whatever type of shit, they're in a good headspace, why would you then go break their trust? That fucking around send them over the edge.
Yeah, and they might do some work.
Right. So like
so if I had to backtrack, then like I would maybe because I think I'm gonna be mad regardless, but probably I think the anger probably comes from, you might actually be mad at yourself because you might be like, yo, like what the fuck, like how, what the fuck did I do that like my kid couldn't come to me, you know what I mean, about this, like whatever. And like I think initially I would definitely be mad at my friend, but then I think if you know what I mean, you catch me with a clear head and we can have a conversation about it, then I might, what you saying, like I might be able to understand it, like, all right, damn, like, you know, and maybe if my friend tells me like, yeah, you talk about this, you talk about that, and you make, and I'll be like, damn, you're right, like I put that pressure on her where she can't talk to me about shit.
And like you said, things you said in the past can dictate a future conversation, which I think was a really great bar for you, whatever. So I think like it's just like weird to me, like, and niggas tell me, yo, I really punch you in the fucking face, like it'd be over. I'm just like, really? Like it's 4 years in the future. Your child probably graduated college.
Oh, so that much time has passed?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Then I can't. Yeah, I gotta take the L, and then I might have to just like roll with it. You know what I mean, because like my kid is still going to college or whatever, and they don't have no kid, and
she's totally fine in life. Like
then I gotta just take that L. You know what I mean, but I still am gonna be salty a little bit, but
and so you said about feeling salty. Me personally, again, I know I can have a work mind about shit, so I'll look at it as like my queen gonna know from the day she can really process information fully, there will be no babies in this fucking house. That will never happen. Like if you get pregnant, the abortion is the next day.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you one of those you getting kicked out type shit?
No, you just get an abortion. Like it's going to be what it's going to be. Like it's
okay.
That's simple. Like so, whether she want to come to me about that is up to her. But if she didn't, I wouldn't be like, oh, how? I'll be like, I just understand like the child perspective of just like I don't want to deal with my parents. I'd rather just get this over with and just move the fuck on. Like it's like whether your parents mad at you, judge you, shame you, like hold it over your head. Why do you want to deal with all of the above? Any of that shit. When you can go to a confidant, a aunt. I had someone tell me even if it was the fucking grandma,
they
would still be like, no, my mom, fuck my mom. I'm like, fuck your mom. What? Like, so if your child went to the grandmom, like, as we all know, especially black children, plenty of black children love the grandma. Like, the grandmom is the savior of all things. And you tell me they went to the grandmom because they didn't feel comfortable or was ashamed to go to you to get them out of a bind. What are you mad? I think a lot of people just they don't. And I think it comes with age. Like, a lot of niggas get amnesia, delusion, and forget how they were when they were a kid and how they thought about things. And all I realized, what I learned from this, is people don't really give a fuck about children's feelings. Because when niggas really was like, yeah, like after they say don't tell them, you should still tell me. It's like, so I'm supposed to lie to the kid about not telling their secret and then go, all right, like, cool. It doesn't matter, I guess. Like,
see, and you know what? Speaking of, like, you know, just things in the past, like, people don't even realize, like, yo, you probably been groomed to feel that way, like, where, like, kids don't matter. Like, I mean, like, a lot of times we raise in, you know, households where it's like, you know, or the old adage, or like, kids are seen, not heard, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, because those people, they don't really care about, like, they want their kid to just be the mold of whatever they make them, whatever, but they don't really care about that kid's feelings, that kid's free will, that kid's,
you know, it don't matter to you an adult, you pay bills and shit. Like, that's how it is a lot of times. And my mom, I was like, wow, people really are fucking delusional. Because
what'd your mom say? What'd your mom say about that situation?
She really was like, first of all, no friend would ever do that to me. Second of all, no child would ever not tell me. I'm like, you know, you're talking to your child, right? Like, I'm the nigga.
Like, I probably wouldn't tell you, mom. Like,
it's plenty shit I've never told you.
Like oh man, I remember. That's just funny. That just made me think. Like, I remember the first time my mom knew I was having sex, and her man, like my stepdad at the time, whatever. And he was like, yeah, you know, the boy be fucking whatever, and she was like, no, he's not. And I'm like, and I had to say, like, all right, mom, you got me fucked up, like, you got me on about. You just thought I was like out here not getting no ass, mom. Like, you wildin', mom. Do you know what you created? You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Like,
you really be like,
father is like,
and she'd be like, how could you not tell me? What? Like, so parents, man, they be on some other shit.
See, damn, that's a scary. Yeah, you right. Like, that's a scary thing, man. Like, just, you know, just being fearful. Like, one, your kid not trusting you, but like I did say that lines of communication. Like, if we can't have that open, whew.
And I think about, I remember one time talking to someone who has kids, and he said there's certain things about himself he doesn't tell his child. Not that he hides them per se, but he wouldn't willfully just tell them. If his son asked him, he would tell him. I thought that was interesting because, again, I'm a natural open book.
Okay.
So I looked at it as like, are you ashamed of certain shit you did in the past? Like, are you like, because I feel that's the only reason you're not upfront with shit. So to me, I kind of feel like anything I've ever done, I can stand on it. And that's why I don't do certain shit, because I don't want to stand on it.
Okay.
So I think about, so back to wrap it up with this whole thing is like, my daughter gonna know how I feel fucking you having a kid at 16. Like, bitch, hell no. So it's like, whether you want to tell me or not, that's up to you. But you already know there's only one result of this whole topic, whatever. And if she didn't, I wouldn't feel ashamed. Like, I don't think that would be an indictment of like me. It's like, no, I think that aside, how I am, how I plan to have us. No, we want to be talking. We cool, and I love you. Anything you need is there, and I'm never going to just be hard on you, chastise you, all that good shit. But I could just understand on a human fundamental level.
Yeah.
You don't want to tell your dad you got pregnant at 16. Like, that's just like, like, I don't think the average woman wants to face that. I don't think that makes them crazy or like a liar or a psychopath. Like, I'd rather just not have my dad know this.
Facts. Wow, man. I think that's a good place to leave off, man. Did you enjoy yourself tonight?
Yeah, I really did. When you asked me, I really appreciate, you know, like I said, I truly don't. Like, I'm not like, I really don't have the itch to, I want to do this or podcast. But of course, like, I like talking and having conversation, expressing myself. So it's been a long time. I was looking forward to it. That's why I didn't really ask you. No, I'm going to a clean slate. I'm just looking forward to it. So I think I had a good time. Happy to see, especially with you. Like, of course, I would have been happy to talk as long as the show was good, of course. I would be happy to talk on any shows because I like expressing this shit. But the fact that it is you, I think that's a super cool story full circle story
Yeah.
of the Ryan Q Live shit of like how I met you, how you came across it, how you came a fan and you started your own shit, and it's a dope like little tie-in.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, so like if you've been watching this far, I mean, again, I need you to hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram.
He's good at that.
Well, this is actually literally the first time I've ever did this. So I'm trying to show off for you, like, yo, brother, this is what you should have been doing, motherfucker. Like
it took me 100 episodes to even do it. You only on double digits, like,
right. So I don't know. Do you want people to find you or track you down, whatever? Like, do you want to share your ads and all that good stuff, or are you just want to go back into your cave and like hide, like?
Anybody can follow me. It's Ryan Q Live on Instagram and Twitter. That's right, as in the right side on QUE Live, right on Q Live. I don't really be in my Twitter bag like you, so I actually hate Twitter more than I like it these days.
Really? Oh man, I can see how it is, but
streets is done because of shit like I feel like everything about Demi Lovato. I feel like I can see that in written forms all day on Twitter. So but the meme culture and the gift culture and like that shit, if it wasn't for that, like when Twitter was still like it was like
we used to see like recycled fucking memes like from years ago. Like you'd be like, yo, why are they still that used to kill me. I mean, like just like yo, fam, we just talked about this topic like 3 months ago. Like why are we rehashing this now? Whatever.
It's because we are getting older, so there are 18 and 21-year-olds who are experiencing what we are experiencing, and therefore talking about what we are fucking talking about for the last fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be this. So that's why I'm like, I think it's just since we the first social media generation, we're gonna be the first ones to experience the exhaustion of it. Because it's like, yo, we've been on here for 10 plus years. We've literally talked about everything.
Yes.
Now we about to see another generation talk about the same shit we already talked about. Like it's really a weird ass Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
So like, but Twitter, I still be on there. I think I have good retweets. I still hold that value. So you follow me in there, Instagram. Every now and then I get my shit off by my haircut when I look amazing. So you can follow me for that. My daughter, she's cute. So you can see her. She got some cute videos every now and I post. You can follow me either way. Especially you a pretty girl. If you pretty girl privilege, like if you a nigga, I don't know you, I probably won't follow back. I just don't know you. I don't really follow back. But you a girl, you pretty. Yeah, why not? Pretty girl privilege.
Well, you wildin', man. You wildin', man. You know your girl ain't gonna see this. That's why you talking this shit.
People
know I'm probably cock blocking right now and saying you got a girl. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like,
all up in my
I know the game. I know what am I doing? Like, I don't know.
People know me. I don't be out here fishing, being in bitches DM. That's not me, whatever. I would have been exposed a long time ago. But any real nigga know I'd rather see a pretty girl than a
of course.
Yeah, that's just
aesthetics alone.
That's for timeline optics.
Yeah,
that's all that is. Whatever. So, follow me. You go, and also, hey, like I said, he said he was a fan. You go look at old episode clips. They still up there. I didn't delete nothing.
He's a podcast goat, man. He's the pod god, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't dick eating. You know what I mean? But like, nah, the boy got some talent, man. And I wish he would come back, but everything got to come to an end. And I'm looking forward to seeing whatever you got going on. Maybe we could talk about some, crypto and stocks and shit like that.
Hey, anything more, man. I'm always with talking about that shit.
That's what's up. All right,
appreciate you, man. Good shit.
Thank you, man. Yeah, this is another episode of 280 Plus Podcast, and we out. Peace.